Hello, I'm TheZOMBIEJ, and it's time for a review of some sort. Yep, I was going to do some mock reviews today, but I'm going to have to push those off till tomorrow. Because, I don't know, don't feel like doing it today, so I'm going to review a knockoff I got back in 2017, I think. Maybe it was 2018, I don't remember. And that is, so y'all remember Bionicle knockoffs, the ones that came out that were basically, for the most part, taking, Bionicle G1 sets from 2004 and 2005 and making, their own versions. These were names under Glopo, Dream Builders, Masters of Disaster, something like that. And these were weird, and they were kind of generic as well, using the same parts over and over and over and over and over again. What the fuck? Why were they using the parts? I mean, seriously, after the first wave, these bootlegs, these knockoffs, were kind of interesting, and I have one, at least, and it seems like with these bootlegs, with these knockoffs, that the first wave, I have to give them credit for. Because the first wave, which included Fire Drake and the little two Roxy sort of knockoff looking things, and of course, Sea Star, among others. There was also 2003, second half of 2003 style of knockoffs, like with Makuta and, obviously the Roxy, and some other sets as well. This was a revolution of some sort, but it was just kind of a weird one, and these are bootlegs that are highly coveted by fans, and are definitely trying their best to utilize some of the parts, like the masks, even though some of them are uglier than others. The parts with some of these sets, yeah, the weapons could probably be the most useful, if you can excuse the, they have a proprietary axle connection in the, the hands and everywhere else on the set. None of these parts, except for maybe the weapons, are usable with Bionicle sets. You might be able to use the feet and the sockets in general, but it's kind of weird. And maybe you can use the chest armor as well. These were sets that looked kind of just fucking weird and in some ways stupid and in most cases ugly, and there was one in particular that I really liked the look of. For some reason. I don't know why. I don't care why. It's just, it's a great set for me at least. Despite the quality, when I got this set, it was on Amazon. It was on Amazon for like $20, maybe more. I don't remember. But this one is from the Masters of Disaster line. And, well, here she is. Doomsday. Otherwise known as Sea Star, which is the name I prefer to use for this one. It's a Toa Gali sort of character-looking thing. It's supposed to be a Gali, but it's also kind of inspired by Nokama as well. It's got the whole Metru torso thing going on, with the gears going on, and the gear function, it's stiff as fuck. Yeah, I just don't bother with the gear function because it's broken. The torso design is kind of weird. The back is it's like with the Metru torso. The front has the chest armor piece. The back, I guess you could call it back armor piece. There's all these pinholes here and there. There's all sorts of ugliness. There's even a hole in the crotch and the ass. Same place. It's like, what the fuck? You see the chest armor. It looks like boobs. And I like the color scheme of this character. Obviously, you know, the black torso is nothing to, you know, scoff at or whatnot. But this aqua-ish blue of some sort kind of reminds me of, for some reason, Aqua from Konosuba. Anyway. But this, I guess, Mata Blue-esque limbs, you know, they have the Roxy leg sort of thing going on here, and that's cracked. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, these upper legs and lower legs are sort of Roxy-esque. I always thought these lower legs would be useful for, like, Ultimate Duma to replace the Metru legs, the lower legs they has with these, and he'd be taller. Unfortunately, I don't think these ball joints are the same size as these ball joints. In fact, I can't tell. I'll have to experiment, but, you know, these feet are pretty cool, I guess, but in one of the sets, the foot was used as a head for some Rudaka clone of some sort, or, you know, the, like, whatever. But this bootleg actually has this armor piece for her lower arm, armor, and also upper leg armor. You know, there's obviously a bit of femininity to this set. The weapons, this one's a bit more flexible than the other one. The other one's harder, and you probably, well, it's not, yeah. I have the weapons configured like this, because there was a photo or two where the original Sea-Star was holding these weapons like this, because, you know, Fire Drake was holding his weapons like the way they were, and those are pretty cool weapons. This line of characters, this line of figures, definitely had some great weapons. There was definitely like a katana sort of thing. Liwa katana. There was definitely a fire sword that looked pretty fucking awesome. This looks pretty damn cool in my opinion. I don't see why people don't give two shits about it. I actually like this. Unfortunately, I sheared this one, the axle connection, so it's, I mean, hey, it still fits, but hey, yeah. Apparently there was too much plastic there, so the quality is not good. It's questionable. It's kind of disturbing, actually. It's like when I first picked up one of these joints from the box, which I still have, surprisingly. I felt like crying because the quality was not Lego quality. When I pick up something like this, and I feel it, I smile, because this is definitely top of the line quality, at least at the time in 2003. This Lego quality, for the most part, well, for the parts, tends to be pretty awesome, pretty alright. And then there's this, which, you know, you feel it, and it's like, ugh, feels dirty. But at the same time, it could be worse, obviously, but the thing is, as you can probably see right there, one of the joints is cracked. Well, it's broken, and there's now cracks on this joint and this joint. It's just terrible, you know? These joints are bad. They're not good at all. The mask is probably the most popular of the mask. This is sort of the, this set in general is probably the poster child of the, of this line of figures. And I really do like this mask. I mean, it looks cool. It came in different colors. I think there was a red one and a black one. And then there's this blue one. On all depictions, photos at least, here, at least on the box, look at this. It says Dream Builders, Glopo, and Master of Disaster. 3 in 1. So on the art, the cover art here, it shows her weapons combined into a staff, which I do have plenty of extra parts and even the instructions too. 80 pieces. You can make it like some sort of staff weapon type of thing. I didn't want to do that because I already did this, and I already guess I damaged that. Toys at the speed of fun. What the fuck? But on the mask on this art, there are some prints on other sides of the crest. Those are not here, obviously. So, Glopo, whatever the fuck. Also, the date of production. What? August 30th, 2104. What the oh boy. Posability wise, you know, also the head behind the mask is alright for the most part. I can pop the head off a little bit. Oh, yeah, see, it broke. And that's quality, I swear. The head can move, but you gotta be careful. Make sure you don't fucking break the joints, because they're breakable. But look at this mask. It's lovely. It's amazing. It's got this nice crest thing. Looks like a fin, shark fin or something, and all this other stuff. It looks amazing. It's lovely. It's just a shame that there's no Bionicle version of it. Unless someone can, you know, 3D print or resin cast or resin print one of these in Bionicle, obviously with an axle, that you could use this with a Bionicle character. Obviously the quality should be better than this, but hey, this is alright for the most part. I do like the chest armor. The shoulder armor definitely screams Toa Metru armor. The upper, well, the arms in general are just one piece, so kind of a callback to the Mata and the Nuva. So that's cool. I do like these armor bits that are being used on the lower arms and the upper legs. Yeah, posability, obviously, you can go like that. You can do that too, point at you. So, obviously, you know, as I shown off, the legs can pose. You just gotta be careful not to fucking break them. Which, you know, I'm being very diligent with this set because I don't want it to break any more than it already has. Because otherwise it would be a waste of 20 bucks or however much I paid for it. But this is definitely something to marvel at, in some ways to ogle at, but you know, it's definitely a novelty of a line of buildable action figures. As a buildable figure, I kind of enjoyed building it. It was like building a Bionicle, but it's different, obviously. In terms of, you know, actual play, I mean, yeah, I can play around with it. You know, it's just the pose it in different ways. It's just the gear function is like I can't get it to do the gear function. I guess it's a little too tight, maybe? I don't know. Okay, it's, yeah. Oh, yep. Ah, fuck. See, it skipped a gear. So it'll do it. It's just, a little fucking terrible. It sucks. The gear function on this sucks. Some people have it better than others. Some people have it worse than others. I happen to have a pretty bad gear torsion here. So, it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of a thing. But overall, I mean, I like the look of this character. It looks pretty cool. I feel like if you recolored the torso itself in this pleasing Mata blue-esque color, then it would have been probably, for the most part, more consistent. Because otherwise, we have this black torso, black neck and ball joint, as well as this the pins and whatnot, and this thing sticking out. Yeah, clearly after the first wave they didn't know what they were doing, so they kind of gave up after that and just kind of used up all the parts they could and the recolors they could. There was not many actual masks that were made. This was one of the few masks that were made. There was one mask, but it doesn't even exist. It was only used for like what, one render, and that was it, I guess. But yeah. Doomsday, also C-Star, is an alright set. I like it. I like it. It's just the quality is not there. The function is also not there. It's pretty shit. And if this is for kids, it's yeah, you may want to avoid for the most part. But in terms of, you know, Bionicle fans who still, you know, obviously never got these but are interested in buying them now, good luck finding them. They might be on Amazon, they might be on eBay, they might be somewhere. But these are pretty okay for the most part. Obviously there's useful parts here like the weapons and the mask, probably, unless talented people out there are able to, you know, get a resin cast of this mask, but with an actual pin that'll allow you to use it for Bionicle heads. Or even have the idea for, you know, G2 heads, make it fit G2 heads, and have that, I guess you could call it a clasp system, where it's just click. But that's all I have to say about this thing. I do like it. I do like seeing it on a shelf, and, you know, this is not the most, it's not the best knockoff Bionicle in existence. Obviously, knockoff Bionicles and knockoff Construction CCBS stuff has been fairly, for the most part, better over the years. And, you know, there's people making bootleg parts of Bionicle parts that haven't been made in God knows how long, like the Kanoe How Tahoe's mask. And, well, that's pretty cool. You know, Lego doesn't make that mask anymore, so someone will. That's a good thing. So, yeah. This was an interesting set to build and have fun with. Yeah, the box is torn slightly here. So... well, this was a weird video, so I figured, you know, I have this set, why not? That's probably the best of the first wave. Everything after that was just, after the first wave was just kind of, for the most part, miss. It just looked so fucking weird and hideous to an extent. I mean, yeah, there's some great weapon designs. I could see myself using some of those weapons with my Bionicle mocks, like, again, Sea Star or Doomsday's weapons. These look pretty cool. I like them. They're like sword, axe, arrow sort of things. But there's definitely some great stuff out there, and even the masks that were made for these sets, they are pretty interesting. But now the discussion has turned to you. What is your favorite out of these Dream Builders or Masters of Disaster, Glopo line of figures? You know, do you have all of them for some reason? Do you want any of them? If do you have a favorite? If you have a favorite at all, post in the comment section below and let's talk about these, because they're an interesting novelty for the most part. But as far as going out and collecting every single fucking one of them, I don't recommend doing that, because it just falls apart after the first wave. Well, yeah. So yeah, I will have those mock reviews out tomorrow, hopefully. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos. I'm TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks there. Have a good fucking day, and peace.